The chosen one. Legend Payday is coming. Supernatural riches are pouring down. Something has moved in the atmosphere. Something irrevocable. A tremendous vibration is flowing directly to you. A stream of celestial riches. An unrelenting shower of otherworldly fever. This is not just another chance. This is a legendary payoff. One that was inscribed with your name before time started. You were picked for this time. You were ready, honed, and set aside. Because this was not intended for the ordinary. This kind of blessing is intended for the extraordinary. And you, yes, you're the exception. Before we move any further, please read this message all the way through. This is not just a video. It is a spiritual key, unlocking doors that have been closed for years and performing a spiritual act of harmony with this word. Write your sincerest wishes in the comments section, followed by the numbers 7, 7, and 7. You are on the verge of reaching your full potential. Your request is more than just a dream. It is a miraculous seed. Writing it activates the universe's energy, and what was before postponed starts to accelerate. You're not simply wishing anymore. You are currently receiving the selected one. I like this video. If you have not already done so, subscribe to the channel. Let we begin. This is the point at when hard work yields rewards. The heavens are no longer bargaining. Their commands overflow. Your name has been whispered in celestial chambers. Angels have been appointed to deliver your crop. The storm you endured was never intended to break you. It was all lined up for this specific miracle. The anguish you underwent nourished the soil for prosperity. No, I had seen. Now the skies are thick with fever and supernatural rain is pouring. You have been asking when. The solution is now. You pondered whether your efforts, sacrifices, calm perseverance, and unshakable faith were worthwhile. Let me tell you with all I have. Yes, it did. Every invisible dread, every restless night, every instant. You chose trust over fear. Everything added up in the spiritual world. The paycheck you're about to get is not a reward from man. It is a heavenly transfer. The type of riches that transcends human reasoning and flows without authorization from these global structures. You will not earn it via exhaustion. You will obtain it via your belief. Legendary paydays do not come to everyone. They are not common. That's why you had to take a route that others couldn't. This is why you felt misunderstood. You were not coerced. You were being carved. You were being shaped into someone capable of dealing with situations that others would have failed to manage. And now heaven has made its ultimate choice. The release has been allowed. There is no more waiting. There will be no more shortage. No more. Almost. You've crossed the threshold. The only thing left to do is accept. There is something exhilarating about the period you are now in. You may not see it with your physical eyes, but your spirit senses it as pure anticipation, divine energy, and the knowledge that your season has changed. Legendary riches begin to tumble without notice. It comes with a confirmation. And that's all. This message is not coincidental. This is a spiritual alert. Your spirit has been catching on. This is a delivery notification from the world of plenty. You're not going to get involved any further. You've stepped into an overflow. Every aspect of your life is going to increase. And it won't make sense to people who have seen your struggle. They'll marvel how everything occurred so fast and how the floodgates expanded so wide. But you'll know. You'll know. It was supernatural. You'll see it wasn't simply talent or luck. The prophecy was fulfilled. Obedience was honored. Grace was freed. You're not going to make a little improvement. You're going to be launched into a lifestyle that reflects the favor on your name. Not simply transient alleviation, lasting change. You were not designed to survive. That's why your soul has never settled. You were wired for epic impact, taste, and harvest. So the next paycheck isn't simply about paying bills or alleviating financial stress. It is to place you as a vessel or financial conduit for divine purpose. Your donation plants the seeds of inspiration and healing in the hearts of many selected people. 1. Your faith has financed this moment every time you believed, even when it hurt, every time you persevered, even when you didn't feel strong enough. All of these experiences heighten my interest in the spirit. And now comes the rain. Not a drizzle, but a deluge. Not just a drip, but a downpour. The skies are wide open, and riches are dropping like supernatural money prepared and delivered just for you. The world is going to see a transformation in your environment. It will be more than just internal calm. It will be outward evidence, the type of proof that silences mocking, breaks cycles of conflict, and rewrites your family's history. You are not merely the recipient of this paycheck. You are the doorway. The person through whom God will benefit many. The wealth will not come to you. They are coming through you. So allow me to state it frankly. Stop expecting anything tiny. Stop praying as if it was too late. The scheduled time is not ahead of you. It is now. The alignment has happened. The barricades have been shattered. What once obstructed your blessing is now under your feet. The wealth are no longer being stashed up. They are being discharged. The heavenly economy has shifted to your advantage. You do not require permission. You do not need authorization. You just need to receive this. Wealth will manifest in unexpected ways. Ideas, surprises, inheritance, favor from strangers, and seemingly random possibilities with heavenly origins. Continue to be open. Stay grateful. Stay prepared. Now is not the time for skepticism. This is the moment to pronounce, express, and embrace the essence of wealth, even before it manifests itself in your hands, for it is already in your surroundings. You have passed an invisible boundary, a point of no return. This is a spiritual tipping moment when all of your prior prayers coincide with divine timing. That's why everything seems different. That is why your soul has been feeling the need to anticipate something amazing. That is why your dreams are more vivid, your discernment is greater, and your emotions are more intense. It represents the energy of breaking through the frequency of fortune. You are now in touch with the supernatural. Wealth is part of that frequency. Everything that attempted to stop you is crumbling. Every delay is vanishing. Every curse is reversed. You're not hoping anymore. You are manifesting. Not just any manifestation. This is heavenly fulfillment. This is the fulfillment of what was promised to your spirit years ago. You're not insane for hanging on. You were sensible. You were picked. You were correct. And now all of heaven has agreed. This is the beginning of your amazing paycheck. The moment the ground begins to echo the sound of miraculous riches emblazoned with your name. Do not shrink now. Don't second guess. You were born for this. You were made for this. And without force, there is no system. Nobody can stop what has already been planned by heaven. Your life is going to become the proof selected one. You're entering a financial environment that does not follow traditional standards. What is happening to you right now is not the product of calculation, reasoning, or work. It is a wonderful relief. This form of prosperity is incomprehensible to the normal intellect since it comes from a supernatural source. You do not get wealthy by worldly means. You are being accepted into a better economy, a celestial treasury with your name already in the ledger. The moment has arrived for you to finally comprehend why you went through all you did, including the hardships, sacrifices, and periods of quiet. You weren't forgotten. You were being protected, not delayed. You were being prepped. You were concealed. Not because you were worthless, but because heaven was creating something in you that could only be conceived in darkness. And now the light has appeared. The spotlight is moving and is ready to beam straight upon you. Not for vanity, but for vindication. This paycheck is more than simply a monetary incentive. It's an announcement. It is heaven's proclamation that you got through what others couldn't, that you bore weight in quiet, had trust in the flames, and remained aligned when others broke down. You did not pursue the globe. You remained faithful to your heavenly duty, and now the prize will not just compensate for your misery. It will surpass it. The spiritual riches that are falling down are layered, which means they are more than simply cash. They embody clarity. They embody freedom. They are doors that open without your needing to knock. They are connections growing in places that you have yet to enter. They are innovative concepts with million-dollar potential. These are contracts, clients, partnerships, and conversions are all related to the task on your life. This is a magnificent bundle deal with you as the beneficiary. And although some may believe you're fortunate, you'll know it was a supernatural orchestration, God's hand acting on your favor while you merely stood in trust. You didn't have to pursue. You had to wait. And now that you've waited, God is going to do in weeks what would otherwise take decades. The rules of time are bending for you. The cycle of shortage is coming to an end. The age of excess is approaching. Don't be shocked if things start to fall into place with incredible rapidity. Don't be startled if what seemed unattainable before occurs with ease. This is what it feels like to go from toil to riches. When you stop trying and begin receiving. When God speaks, now it is your time. You are not behind at all despite your fears. You were in heavenly position. The rest of the world was just looking at the incorrect clock. Let me say it again. As a result, your spirit fully absorbs it. This is not a little matter. This is not done gradually. This is not typical. This is a legendary payoff. And it's coming. Not because you asked for it, but because you were designed for it. Your life has a unique blueprint that cannot be replicated. You have a spiritual signature that opens heavenly portals. And every time you remain mute rather than applauding back, you forgave. Instead of carrying grudges, you wrote your name on every seed you sown this season, no matter how little. Your signature has been confirmed. The divine vault is open, and the treasures are abundant. This gift comes without any conditions. There are no gimmicks or tests, just the entire expression of affection. Because God isn't rewarding you with anything insignificant. He's rewarding you with something you never expected to see. The kind of miracle that floods over your life like a tidal wave, affecting everything, including your money, relationships, mind, body, and name. This is the type of riches that transforms cultures and propels generations forward. Yes, this payoff is legendary, and it doesn't end with you. It begins with you. It runs through your blood. It reverses every generation or curse that formerly afflicted your family, and it eliminates debts you did not even incur. It repositions your last name, from unnoticed to overflowing. Your legacy is being rewritten by the treasures that heaven has reserved for this moment. You are the chosen one, and this is the divine transfer. Your bank account isn't the only thing set to increase. Your impact is increasing. Your serenity is increasing. Your strength is increasing. And with it, the realization that you were never intended to just get by. You were born to make an impression. The materials provided to you are not only for consumption. They are on commission. You are being prepared for kingdom-scale influence. You will not need to explain this breakthrough. It'll speak for itself. Your whole lifestyle will bear testimony. The alteration will be too profound to overlook. Even those who criticized you will have no option but to recognize the transformation. But this time, you won't have to prove anything. You'll be too intent on strolling in the abundance of your possessions. You've been through seasons when it seemed like nothing was working. But behind the surface, everything was aligning. Divine connections were developing. Doors were being cut out. Solutions were being devised. And suddenly everything is coming together like a symphony. The ideal balance of time, favor, and obedience. There will be no more delay. The wealth transfer is now underway. This isn't about future hope. It's about the current manifestation. You are now living in the season that you prayed for. And if you listen carefully, you can hear it in the breeze. The whispers of amazement, the sound of rain, and the deluge of fate-chosen one. Your territory is expanding. Your warehouses are growing. Your reach is increasing. And this isn't because you followed the crowd. It is because you heeded the call. You respected the whisper while others followed the cacophony. You remained grounded while others went crazy. And now, heaven is honoring you in the face of everything that attempted to discredit you. You don't have to second-guess anymore. You do not have to replay your previous suffering. Suffering was a seed. The obedience was the water. And today, the harvest is evident. This is the type of riches that reminds you of who you are and who you belong to, and it validates your faith. That justifies your waiting. Take a deep breath right now and let this reality sink into your bones. You're not pursuing the blessing. The blessing is pursuing you. and it will not stop until it has overtaken you. The riches you are entering into are not at random. They are surgically precise and exactly matched to your destiny. And once they start, they won't stop. The floodgates aren't opening halfway. They're bursting open, never to shut again. Your tale isn't being written. It is being disclosed. There is something precious about what is happening around you right now. It isn't noisy or chaotic, but it's unshakable. It is a silent storm of marvels forming over your life, ready to shower down with heavenly precision. This is not only a breakthrough, it's a birth. A new age of supernatural prosperity, spiritual power, and infinite plenty is being birthed through you. And like birth, it comes with pressure. However, the pressure selected is not a punishment. It's about placement. You've been positioned in the spirit for this specific delivery. And now when the pressure is at its greatest, the rain must fall. The divine must pour. You have now aligned with the allotted moment, and nothing can stop this release. There are heavenly contracts being signed, with your name engraved in gold. Angelic hands are transferring resources into your orbit. Things are changing behind closed doors, which will soon be open for public celebration. What happened in private? Faith, resilience, and submission shall now be crowned in public favor. Do not be concerned about how that aspect is previously handled. The how belongs to heaven. Your sole responsibility now is to stay open, eager, and prepared to receive. For when supernatural riches start to flow, they arrive in waves. Waves so powerful that they erase all signs of prior shortage. You will forget about hunger, humiliation, and struggle, because heavenly provision rewrites memories. You will not just be blessed. You will be changed by the blessing. This spectacular payday has your spiritual imprint all on it. It's not generic. It isn't recycled. The Creator creates it just for your life's purpose. That is why it took so long. That's why the others got theirs first. Your blessing required a specific level of preparation since your destiny is unique. What you are about to embark into cannot be hastened. It needed to be customized. You are going to ascend in front of people who believed you would always be tiny. Not to brag, but to demonstrate what God does with people that way well. You did not ask for shortcuts. You did not sacrifice your character. And now, since you chose integrity above influence, you will have an effect via inheritance. The refined usually get higher rewards. You were purified in fire. And now you will be rewarded with fire. There's fire in your words. There's fire in your soul. Fire in your advantage. Expect your life to become bizarre very quickly. The type of bizarre that makes you weep with thanks. It causes you to wake up in astonishment, drowning out your concerns and filling your heart with tremendous tranquility. You're not simply starting another excellent season. You're about to go on a miraculous journey that will change your perception of what's possible. This is about more than simply your money balance. This is about your identity. Heaven is improving the tale of who you are. You are not just a believer. You are the bearer of heavenly riches. You are not just a dreamer. You are a distributor of miracles. You are not just surviving. You are leading a supernatural legacy that affects atmospheres and changes history. And don't get me wrong, this isn't hype. This is sacred. This is not a fantasy. This is satisfaction. You've trekked in the woods long enough. You've circled the mountains, spoken the same prayers, and carried the same burdens. However, the cycle has been broken. The hunger is over, and the floodgates have opened.